Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. What you search, you can call it enlightenment or freedom or who you really are. Actually, what you search is finally not to search anything and to be left there. For that, you have not to do anything. You have rather to undo what you don't even know that you are doing. Like you see, we all the time, there is nothing wrong to say I for what is expressed by I am that. But I becomes personal when it is fed with experiences, concepts and whatnot, is fed. So it becomes personal. And when one hears that he has to give up ideas and concepts to be freed from the tyranny of the mind, suddenly I can become, I say, vast. Nothing or everything. Still I who becomes. The same I, we can call it the seer, will never be known, yet to know that the experience of a personal thing or the experience of a universal thing are still becomings. And you are just keeping quiet where you always have been, knowing that call it the seer, what is, will be absolutely untouched, uncared, unconcerned by becomings. Any clarity about this? Any question? Welcome. The attributions, as you see, the attributions go on changing. So, don't land means don't fix yourself on any attribution. Attribute, sorry. That's why I often hear, and I knew by myself, that one thinks, sometimes I'm personal, I'm so identified, sometimes I'm not. And then one means I'm vast, I'm nothing, there is nothing there, it's myself. That is the trouble. All are becomings. And in the becomings, you always will be sometimes like this, sometimes like that, as long as this body is alive. You may have, I don't know how to say, a split second of a break just to see that those are becomings and what I am is it's not personal, I never know what it is, but that is the seer. So don't make those useless efforts to fix what a becoming looks like real, to fix what looks like real, which is the becoming of I am nothing, I'm vast. This universal becoming. It's also in time. It will go passing by. That's how. And to know once for all, we sorted out that it's like that. I think it's the greatest gift you can ever give during all this evolution. Yeah.
This is exactly the point where I am at, so that yeah, sometimes it's everything calm and clear and the self, whatever, and then it's a catastrophe again. You know. And now it's not a catastrophe because my family is in Germany.
But there is the risk they come back.
But I have still 2.5 weeks. No, but I wanted to say that if I see now, I feel good. I know afterwards I go surfing and I can do my life and everything and make a lot of sport, lose weight. And if I look in the mirror, I like me more. No, but I wanted to say that, and then I rest. There is something in me what just rests, so I like, or the mind likes to identify more with these preferences. Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I feel like this and good and so, and yeah, and I'm still sometimes not, but I know it's not this. It's not
Okay.
that. Huh?
Okay, you know it.
Yes, I know it.
Then what can I add?
Yeah, there is a little
Ah!
freak inside, I don't know, who always wants to to rest on this nice life or
But that the human will always is not stupid. Huh? I mean, a human being loves more what is pleasant and peaceful and so on. Of course, that there is nothing wrong with that. It's very instinctive.
so I don't have to kick out this little freak. Or?
Just know what is what.
Okay.
And then but don't be tyrannized by anything.
I am tyrannized by something, really. And you know this also, it's the aggression stuff who comes up and but
No, tyrannized, I mean that you put a belief in it and then it's, how to say, I don't speak of those punctual reactions or whatever. You see, you can't help your bad character.
but it came out.
Huh?
It came out since I'm here, so.
Oh, but we are all like that, don't worry.
No, I'm very happy that it comes out.
Yeah, nothing to hide. You see, the mind is universally the same. Huh? Just timings are different. It's true, one has to see that it's not very useful for life, the life, what we are doing. It's just most precious for this basic anxiety of the human being to have been born and so to die. Otherwise, there is no much benefit to speak of business terms in the daily life. And that is the big blow, because the concepts, many concepts are formed to tell you not like that, it's not like that, it will be heaven, I don't know what. Okay, concept. Yeah.
Hi, Ganga. It felt yesterday and also still today when I have nothing to lend.
Yeah.
And yesterday really felt like a fight somehow, not to land somewhere, and then the mind was really full power, and then it comes with ideas, you get crazy right now.
Don't land there.
No, then I was also, of course not, but it's not, I see then it's, when I don't jump on it and I don't want to land on it, it's like somehow I have it not often, but it was yesterday quite strong thing when I don't want to land somewhere, and this whole time no. Then I see the whole time, but somehow it's so much coming up at this moment that I have no idea about nothing anymore. And because this wants to grab, it wants to grab something.
Yeah, this habit is there.
Yeah.
Of course, the mind works like that, in grabbing, in being fed, you see. But don't forget also to have a moment of being enough quiet that you see where you are left when you don't land anywhere. It's part of the negation. Huh? It's not that you jump from one negation to another, then it becomes also like a yo-yo. It's also to why it is indicated like this, so that at some point you see, oh, I'm not all what I hook at. You see, there is still something there, even if I remove all what I hook at. There is still something there. What is it?
You mean still something to look at? Or?
No.
Exactly, but this is
Not
how
to
my
look
mind
at.
comes in, There have to be something also that comes in there.
It's there. You have not to look at, otherwise it will also become temporary. There is no doubt. You remove, but then, okay, but then what's left? What is in between? That's what you are. So the focus is always on something. That is the habit.
It's especially in this when it's so much, or it looks like so much. Then,
For a while it's so much, because there is a huge resistance, you see. Don't worry about that. Imagine all what you believed before, all that will resist, resistance. But it can, don't worry, it will not take all the time you took to swallow them, it will not take that much time to be removed. It's not correct that it's not that much time to be removed. It's not what I wanted to say. Because, okay, you negate, but remember why you negate. Just to be left alone, even a split second, you see. Because one thinks the existence is always objective. Let it be any experience, it's objective.
it's only something. That I can trust nothing in this moment, and this is quite. But it's also like trusting means also to grab on something new. But it comes in also what I can trust in this moment, and then trust nothing. That felt really. I asked also to whom is this happening yesterday. It was so strong, and that, but still was so much activity in the mind, and I was only seeing to negate it because nothing else.
But who sees? What sees? Is to come to this, no? What sees? And you will not again grasp it, otherwise again you have to negate. So you keep quiet there. The answer is to keep quiet. And not on something, otherwise it's again a landing. What is going on?
I don't know. Like I feel like I want a relief long in the mind, you know. I want somehow, whenever there is this, just a break from beliefs, I want that it will be long, you know. I want that it will, and Ganga, you know, like when I'm like, what sees all this? What sees all this? And there is those moments that I know the seer is not included in what in the changes, in the changes.
Yeah, yeah.
But I jumped so quickly onto the other bank where I was leaving it, but I jumped so quickly and I don't know.
You are lucky already to have some break. So you know it's the mind, isn't it? Which,
I just feel something, but I wanted it to be different somehow. Everything is so...
Who likes to suffer? We all dream to be blissful all the time, peaceful all the time. That's the dream, the humankind's dream. I cannot change that duality.
Like I'm repeating all the time the same. Somehow it's, I can't see. I'm repeating the same.
Old stuff.
The old stuff.
You know it can be for a while, but don't think it will be like this. Because you see, of course we all do. I mean, the cells have these memories of things. So they react according to this memory in time, isn't it? If you don't do any work about that in time, with some more or less results, anyway, everything is repeated, the past is repeated, it goes in the future and the present and whatnot. I mean, all that is what we call the mind, isn't it, the mind? No, this body and this mind is the mind. Okay, that's why it is such an amazing relief, or as I said, treasurable gift to have a peep that after all that is played on what is common to all beings. So that's what I am too, but not as a person. So give yourself sometimes a moment of total break, just that this gets obvious, even if it is short in time. Who cares also, you see? But maybe you have to give a bit more moments to that. Otherwise, you see, if you can also, even if you pretend not, but maybe you like out of fear to keep this kind of existence which is yours, but it's your existence. So you may have fear, so a liking to keep it. Not that it will not be repeated, even if you see that, but it's good to question all those things, you see? Then it has less power also. Not always, of course. I cannot say more. I like very much this example of, you see, if you straighten by some effort the tail of the pig, if you keep it, it's straight. But as soon as you don't keep it, it's curly again. It's what we do in this life, huh? And we think that straight looks better. I remember I was much wiser and more beautiful when I was near my master, because he was keeping the tail straight. As soon as he's not there, my temperament gets curled. Even him could not straighten it. You see, this life. Yeah, please.
Just a quick question, that's okay, it wasn't my kid. From what I've been hearing from you in the last satsangs and understood, I just wanted to clarify. So you're saying that even when somebody wakes up, the human expression will still continue in the same way or in a similar way. But the
Same way with changes. Same way with changes.
Yeah. Ups and downs, frustration, anger, happiness.
I don't want also to fix that. I mean, you may go, I don't know. But surely, what I can say, I don't say it would be definitively like this, but at least don't keep a concept that your life will express only the bliss the moment you realized that which is not personal. I say that to remove concept. Know how one is afterwards. Who knows? Others knows.
Okay.
The concept that what is, let's say, uncatchable, undescribable. That has to descend in the body and listen, all this fantasy, let's leave it to those who love it. I mean, it's a total lie. Already, whatever is there, whatever is expressed, is already the perfection of expression of that. Who are we to think that it will be embodied better in a certain person? No, the madness of in spirituality is absolutely paroxystic, is total. Enough of that. Boom. Yes, doesn't help anybody. In the contrary, everybody suffers to fit to those concepts. For what? When they die, then what? Where is the perfection? They thought of immortality, they died. Also, those who believed in immortality. Oh. You see, all what is expressed about that, first of all, it's undescribable. So already to express, one has to know it's not really like that. So it doesn't concern the body and the mind. It doesn't concern the person. It's an indication just to remove the concepts we look at. It's not what it's indicated, the indication is to remove what we carry. It's undescribable. There is absolutely nobody there. And as I said in the beginning, the impression of vastness, immortality, eternity, and all that are the impressions to the person. Perfect, okay, sometimes enjoy, it is also true. But don't take this for it. It will leave you also. And don't complain then.
What you said in the beginning about universal consciousness, you know that there is a longing to see all these galaxies and all of this. And,
You can take LSD for that.
I did this in a small dose.
There are some better mushrooms for that.
Yes.
Anyway.
No, but no, since I met you, I see that it's not about this experience, because I need a mind for this experience, and if I still want to have it, I still give the mind.
It's an
credit.
addiction, it's known.
Yeah.
Drug addiction is known.
Just yeah. So.
Yes.
So it's not about that. It would mean I'm not myself now, and only when this experience comes, then I'm myself. So that can't be it.
Yeah, right. How lucky you are to see that.
Yeah.
Now, whenever whatever comes, it comes and it goes by itself. If you are not addicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you search something more.
I mean, as a habit, searching comes sometimes, but also
It is
I see
unhooked.
earlier that it is
Unhooked.
unhooked.
It gets unhooked.
Yeah, it is not fed so much because it makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
Yeah. And myself, I cannot speak about really. So, yeah.
Very good job. You see, you have to develop more attraction to more attraction I don't know how to say it. Try not to have this full attention on the relief, because the satsang is not for any state. It is to realize I am the seer, and I surrender, because I will never know what it is. Because now the liking for relief is on the way. You know? So try to see more and more that it's just a state, and as it is a state, it will never be permanent. You can dance on your head and do whatever you like, it will never happen. So, love more, I don't know what to say, but not that. Even though it's very human, of course.
Even if I know that this is not maintaining a state, I cannot always see that I'm dead.
You will not?
Yeah, not always, but
Who
I
would
think,
see?
I think that at least I should have an access when I want to that.
It's always there, it doesn't need your access for it. Access means it's up to you to just give up everything for a split second.
Yeah, but it seems I'm not always able to do this.
But you are not obliged to be always. You are in your body, no?
Yeah,
Why should you always? Why should you always? It will not happen because this body will remind you, hey, you are still alive.
Mhm.
There are things to do.
But when
Why you
when,
impose this law now? I have to always be. It's anyway. You are always. The focus sometimes, most of the time during the day, I guess, is on the life. So on this body mind. And then what? When suddenly enough, I've enough of this. It took how long to.
sometimes it takes long, or I cannot do, even if I'm fed up with the world, I cannot go back.
Yeah, one is attached.
Yeah.
That's generally it's that, no? The attachment makes it doesn't allow you to just free yourself. Some people want to always not being busy and they are probably half successful. They go to caves, they have such a reduced life and all that. Still they are, let's say, half successful because ask them, you will see what they reply. They will lie to you or they will be sincere. It is enough to realize yourself. It's not up to you that you need to dedicate 70%, 99% or whatever. It's not in your hands. Yeah. From here I cannot say anything. Now, if you speak because you still search who you are, then I would say dedicate more time in negation and so on. If it is not the case, tell me which power you have to be identified or not.
It's
Impossible. And those who look less identified, because it was like this for them, they are not more realized. What means realization? To click to oh, I will not repeat 22 years of what I try to say, but it's to click to what cannot speak about. Once is enough. Try try, when you want to think of it, try to forget that. You will see. You will not? It doesn't depend on your memory. So, Maybe that's why in the past, you see, they were taking monks, everybody had to be monks and all, because the life is reduced, and then you can dedicate willingly more time to, etc. Now we have family lives and all that. You think it makes a difference for realization? Not at all. Not at all. We just look less like enlightened. That's all.
What is it depending on? The liberation, but if it's not in my hands?
You see, very strangely, here the paradox has to be maintained if you speak about that. It looks like the only quality required is to want to be free. I want, I need, I want it happens this life, I want it happens now. That's all. And the life by itself will procure things to help you about that. Through kicks, through whatever. Through the meeting of a guru, through some event, through a bird, through anything. And it's paradoxal because, after all, it is to really, really hear. Even if you think you heard, sometimes it takes years to hear. You have not to search. You are it. So. Thank you very much.